Hi there. Letters to Emma Bolcott by Mr. Bill Callahan. Letter 14. You resolved that fast. Not sure if that's a good sign or a bad one. This day seemed like it could have gone either way. The sky half blue, half grey. When I looked again, the grey had lost to blue, a civil war sky. And then it rained a cloudless rain. The place next door is vacant, did I tell you? Crybaby Baker is gone. Now it's just painters hanging out the window with the occasional cig. I wonder who's going to move in next and if they're going to leave their curtains open as much as chef sensitive. If they are considerate of my feelings, they will. That is the problem with the world today. No one thinks of his or her neighbour. Nice story about the grouch behind the counter. I was thinking as I read it how insurmountable some people are, but then you proved me wrong. You got him to smile. I am so often wrong, but find it more rewarding than being right. I had bad experiences with clowns as a kid too. These ones had guns. What makes certain alcoholics become clowns? I once spent 5 days on my knees scrubbing the black fat between the tiles in my cabin at HQ. Ponderous labour was what I was after. One of the docs came in to yell at me. I regretted the hug I had given him on arrival and slept with the hat on for 6 nights. You ought to write me about what you're going to write me about, and some other stuff, too. Letter 15. You are the reason I get out of bed. To tell you that I have gotten out of bed. Yours are the only questions I want to answer. I live to pocket all the question marks, as many as I can in your life, to discard them discreetly when you're not looking. I get called into HQ a few times per year and sometimes go on my own accord when I want to be in like-minded company. If they call me, I have to go. I'm expecting it to go soon, and I'm looking forward to it. They examine me and my data. It usually lasts 3 or 4 days. I shaved off my beard and a lot of my hair. I'm facey now. I look like Eleanor Roosevelt, in her prime at least. I crave some stimulation, but not in the form of a sloppy, chewing dinner guest. I need to hear and respond to questions of varying complexity. I need that placidity of the give and take. It's hot here, isn't it? I hope you're either keeping yourself pale or tanning until completely dark. Don't tell me you're the kind of person who always thinks they lost a $20 bill. There is a certain type of person who always thinks they lost a $20 bill. Fig. You see the 20 at the restaurant. The way it's crumpled, it looks like it won't be around long. The way she fishes it out of her purse and sets it to the side while looking for something else. You can already hear the words. You leave the restaurant. She is searching through her bag. I think I lost $20. I'm moving soon. I'll send you my new address when I have one. It won't be far. Letter 16. It was good to get something from you longer than a few lines. So you're alone now? I'm sorry. I didn't think I would be, but I am. I could open the floodgates and write for pages, but that's not the right thing to do. There's darkness in neglected work. I don't tell people about it, as it's tiresome to have a friend playing this card too often. But there's an upside. Upside, I found a place. When I talked to the landlord on the phone, there were birds chirping in the background. I think it will be a good place. Say, maybe now would be a good time for you to visit. The first few hours of the day here lately are just trash. Bundling up the alpha waves with a message for the gamma. I read about the importance of fresh foods, and then went out and bought a lot of canned, dried box stuff. But I read a diatribe against honey and threw out the jar I found in my cupboard, which I'd bought on a special trip to buy healthy honey. Apparently it's Satan's blood. It's only a hair better than sugar, and it's pre-digested food like milk, which is bad. I've been jumpy lately. People and shadows make me jump. Is that a nutritional deficiency? Robin used to hate to see me eat. I chewed too long for her taste. One day I figured it out. She had put 2 and 2 together. All that chewing. It was the food that was keeping me alive. I've been doing some sketches when I go to boxing matches. I make them for you. Only now they could be too personal. Excuse me. Letter 17. Maybe I misread the milk and honey thing. I thought milk was pre-digested because it was made from something that passed through 9 stomachs. But I guess the stomach leads to the udder as much as a stomach leads to breasts. Funny, you should start off your letter correcting me. Lucky for us both, it picked up after that. I'm sorry to read about your skin disease. Does it hurt to smile? Read on. It's true. There were a few other bits I could have sent you. I was holding back, and now I'm blanking. I haven't been drinking. Sober evenings of reading. The nights are so long and quiet without drink. I can read 400 to 500 pages. I'm reading a book where everyone calls each other fat. It somehow seems like the ultimate existence, what we should all be striving for. I was in a sour mood for 18 hours, but then it lifted. I'm not sure what is underneath. Tubby. I am taking care of everything. Had a biopsy on a mole. It was fine. Going to have it sewn back on. Pudge ball. It has been warm here lately, one good thing. And the warmth is tangible, has a shape, a long tapering tail I follow into the cool night. When I moved, I unearthed the diaries I kept for 10 years. I sat and went through them, and they were a worthless burden to own. People will say it's tragic I threw them out, but I know it isn't. I don't feel I have a true perspective on anything, so don't cast light on your hallway of shot bulbs. I didn't ever decide if Robin would be a good wife. There are many unanswered questions about her. She didn't make to answer them, which both pleased and troubled me. They say marriages work better if you don't know the person too well. Maybe we should stop writing each other post haste.